to The Portfolio Life. I'm Jeff Goins. In this episode, we're going to do an audio essay, which is me just reading a short piece of writing that I have that you can also read in text form on the blog. This is just an idea that I wanted to share with you and see what you think about it. So if you have your thoughts, you can go to the blog and leave a comment or send me an email at jeff@goinswriter.com. Here goes. So the most important life lesson I've learned from the internet is this: solve your own problems and share the solution. I have been blogging for something like 9 years, and I did not do this. I neglected it the first 6 years. And only recently, the past 3 years, have I started to apply it, and it has made a world of difference. If you want to get the kind of attention your work deserves, if you want to build an audience around your words or your message, the best strategy that I know is to share your struggles and talk about what you did to overcome them. I first learned this with my blog when I began writing about my own writing process and what I was routinely teaching other writers as a marketing director at a nonprofit. For 7 years, I helped creatives get unstuck and clarify their messages, all the while feeling confused about my own message. But the secret was hiding in my past, which I think is often the case. The thing that you're supposed to do with your life, your calling, isn't some brand new thing waiting out there for you to discover it. It's something you've already done, something old and neglected that you've probably taken for granted. Simply put, our greatest assets are the things we tend to overlook and ignore. So in the mundane lies the extraordinary. Recently, I faced a problem. I wanted to redesign my website but couldn't find any blog themes that I liked. There were some great resources out there that contained components of what I needed, but none had it all. Regardless of whatever solution I chose, I was going to have to hire someone to customize it. Why not, I wonder, just hire someone to build me something completely customized? So that's just what I did. I wanted to solve this problem, but knew I couldn't do it on my own. I know virtually nothing about web development and can't code my way out of a cardboard box. My friend Martin Chamberlain, however, is one of the most creative web developers I know. He's smart both on the technical side in terms of making the code work, as well as artistically savvy. He can make beautiful things that are functional, which is actually kind of a rare skill. Together, we worked on a custom WordPress theme that is just that. It's beautiful and functional. Leveraging Martin's experience as not only a web developer, but as a fine artist, and my experience in marketing, we focused on a minimalistic design that drove conversions, that got people to sign up for emails and other things that we were trying to get folks to do. But perhaps most importantly, we created the kind of product we wanted to use ourselves. And then we took it one step further. You see, it wasn't enough for us to simply create something cool. We wanted others to experience what we made too. I believe firmly in this principle of sharing what you know and what you've learned with others. If you've solved your own problem, I think you have a responsibility to share the solution. The idea behind what we were doing was pretty simple. For those who struggled to find a web design that worked for them, as I did, maybe this new thing that we created, we were calling it Tribe Theme, maybe this was the answer. It's not for everyone, of course, and that's kind of the point. We built something that worked for us, which is what I've tried to do with everything I do online. Offer solutions to my own problems and struggles, trusting there must be others out there just like me. The point in sharing all of this, of course, is to encourage you to go do likewise. If you know something that seems obvious to you, don't assume it's obvious to others. As Derek Sivers says in his book, Anything You Want, maybe what's obvious to you is amazing to others. So if you've been through a tragedy, be the comfort you wished someone would have given you. If you failed in a business before making it big, share the secrets that would have kept you from struggling in the first place. If all you see around you is ugliness, create the art you wish someone else would make. Be the change you want to see in the world. Pay it forward. Give so others may receive. It's not only the right thing to do, it's a great way to make a living. I know because this is what I've done. And in the process, I've learned something. If you help enough people get what they want, you will never have to worry about what you want. You won't need much because you've made it your mission to help solve other people's needs. And the world, as it turns out, has a way of rewarding such generosity. So here's how it works. The process looks something like this. First, you begin with a problem. Take a look at your normal everyday struggles for clues of problems others may be facing. How could you turn that into something generous, something you could share? Second, give help. See who resonates with your vision, who has the ability to help you realize the solution. In my case, it was Martin. I didn't know how to build a piece of software, but I knew somebody who did, so I asked him to join my cause. You can do the same. Third, share it. Once you have your solution, whether it's a book or a business or a piece of technology, then let people have it. You may need to charge for it or not. The model kind of depends on whatever it is. So for example, with my blog and my podcast, I give those things away because they're relatively cheap to maintain. But people pay me with their permission. We're communicating back and forth, and you're paying attention, and so that's valuable to me. And so I'm trying to do something that's valuable to you in exchange. But with something like a piece of software that costs a lot of money to build and also to maintain, it makes sense to charge for that product. The point is to not hoard your solution, but to share it. So when you take your problems and turn them into something that gives back, something that other people need, you create value, which is attractive. It's interesting and remarkable, the kind of thing that people want to talk about. And when you do this, you just might be surprised by what happens next. In my case, it led to creating a whole business that allowed me to quit my job and do what I love for a living. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. This all starts with identifying a problem, something that's obvious to you that might be amazing to others. So start there, iterating as you go until you find something that connects with people's deep needs and your own passion. This is the intersection we're looking for, the place, as Frederick Buechner writes, where our deep gladness meets the world's deep need. It's where you find your vocation, your unique contribution to the world. So good luck finding it. And don't forget that as you go down that road and you find something that can help other people, don't forget to share what you've learned. So that was another audio essay from the Portfolio Life. I hope you liked it. If you did or didn't like it, please let me know. You can go to the blog at goinswriter.com. You can read this full text version of that there, or you can leave a review on iTunes, or you can even send me an email, jeff@goinswriter.com. I would love to hear from you. This is a work in progress. We constantly want to be making things better. Thanks. Have a great day. And here's to making something great that will help other people.